Joe Burrow did not play well in week 1 against the New England Patriots. What is the concern level here? Is Joe's wrist still hurting him, and how quickly can he bounce back? In this video, I'll explain what's wrong with Joe Burrow. This is John Sheeran of A, Z Sports Cincinnati, and let's just cut to the chase. Joe Burrow did not play well enough to win on Sunday. Yes, the defense had issues with tackling, but 10 points in 4 quarters at home in the season opener is not going to cut it. At best, the Bengals score 17 points if Mike Gesicki catches that drop or if Tanner Hudson holds onto the ball while he crosses the goal line. There were still plenty of drives that ended far too quickly because the Bengals simply were not getting that level of quarterback that they expect from Joe Burrow when he's healthy. And that's the key here, because in the past couple of years when the season began, Joe Burrow was either recovering from an appendectomy, from a calf strain, or maybe still recovering from reconstructive knee surgery. He was never 100% in the past 3 years when the Bengals started off slow. This time, though, he practiced all of August. He's had 6 straight weeks of training camp. He even participated in a preseason game for the first time in 3 years. So why in the world did he come out flat? To me, the answer is neither positive or negative. It's the same thing that he's been struggling with for years now, and as whenever the season begins, he looks skittish in the pocket. And this is just bizarre because pocket presence and pocket maneuverability was one of his biggest strengths coming out of college at LSU. It's why he was projected to succeed in Cincinnati behind a terrible offensive line. It's why he did end up going to the Super Bowl behind said terrible offensive line 3 years ago. But whenever the season begins and he's getting used to live bullets once more, he doesn't look the same. In fact, he looks a lot like the Bengals' former quarterback Andy Dalton in midseason form. For whatever reason, Burrow takes some time to charge up his abilities, and the Bengals offense struggles because of it. And this is eye-opening this time because, again, he had preseason reps. He had plenty of training camp reps to get prepared for this, and yet still, he looked skittish in the face of non-existent pressure. The Patriots were able to sack him a handful of times, no doubt, and the right side of his offensive line didn't necessarily play the best, but the offensive line played well enough to win and gave Burrow plenty of pockets to do damage down the field, and his average depth of target was only 5.6 yards. There were plenty of chances where Burrow didn't push the ball down the field because he didn't feel like he had enough space to step into some throws, or because he just dropped his eyes too quickly and went to the check down. But here's the big question. Can this all be fixed in a week? Did Burrow just need 1 week of live reps to be like, all right, I know what I'm doing again. I can transform back into the MVP caliber quarterback that I am. For the Bengals' sake, that better be the case because they're going up against one of the best defenses and arguably against the best defensive coordinator of the game in Steve Spagnuolo with the Kansas City Chiefs. This is the area of the schedule where Joe Burrow has not necessarily played at his best, but he's going to have to if the Bengals want to avoid an 0-2 start again.